Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to IdeaDiary. Thanks for coming back to my office and hanging out. Today I wanted to talk about the idea of just stop marketing. Obviously, if you have a company with employees and money to invest in professional marketers, of course, keep growing. You're at a different level. But if you are pretty much working on your own things, I think the landscape of social media, we're at a weird turning point of things are just going to be different. And I'm not really sure how social media is going to, pan out of how people are going to be using it for, fun and free time and just in general. I'm not sure exactly how TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the new companies that will be coming and the companies that are losing traction, it's just, I feel like we're at a big change right now. So stop marketing, I think, is a really good thing to do right now, because I think what you need to be doing is starting conversations, starting communicating your personality. At least for right now, where the CEO of any company is like a big thing. The CEO is kind of the new rock star of what was admirable about, people would follow famous people because they were good actors, or they were Prince or Madonna or these big rock stars. And now that's kind of shifted into the CEO being the new rock star, the new thing to want to be. The new thing is kind of to want to be successful and have a brand and a company, and you kind of can't just be a rock star anymore or an actor anymore. You kind of have to have 5 things that you do, plus several companies. And a lot of these people that had fame, from before, when people used to listen to the radio or used to watch cable, and there were kind of gatekeepers to what made a person famous. You'd have to be cast in a movie or chosen for a TV show or picked up by a record label. All those things are kind of dissolved. It doesn't really exist anymore. And I feel like cable and TV and stuff, it's kind of over. I think whoever still has cable today I'm surprised it still exists. In 2 years, I think our whole landscape's going to be different, and anybody can do anything that they want to do, whatever their interest is, and still make money and actually make money being creative, figuring out how you can start conversations with strangers online, not just people that you already know, but figuring out how to find that like-minded person that's into what you're into, to follow or check in or come back and see what you're doing. I feel like that's the thing that I think we all maybe need to capture, is how do you communicate your personality online to do whatever it is that you want to do, be it a lawyer, a dentist, a real estate agent. I feel everyone's going to have to come online and communicate on a consistent basis. It doesn't have to be a schedule that is going to torture you and make you feel bad. It can be a million different things, and there's a million different ways to do something. And I think what people are afraid to do, I know I'm afraid to do, is suck for a while. You might suck for a year or 2 years or 5 years, but then at some point you kind of get it, and you know how to communicate using video, using audio, using writing. There's got to be some way that everyone can figure out for themselves, like how they can communicate their own personality. It doesn't have to be talking. It could be videoing yourself painting a picture on YouTube, and you never talk to the camera, but somehow you can still communicate your personality and who you are and why people may want to follow along with what you're doing. Now, the CEO being the new celebrity, I feel like that can shift at any moment too, but as it is right now, if you have a company or you have a product or you have a service or whatever it is that you've got you've got a store, whatever it is, a bar, I don't know. But you've got to figure out how to communicate in an intimate way using the internet and all that, the possibilities that there is and all that the internet has to offer. Because even though the social media platforms might change of what's cool and what's worth spending your time on building, all those might change. So putting all your eggs in one basket and just being on any of them is probably a bad idea. But using them in a way that's doable for you, I feel like is kind of the goal and what everyone or we all need to practice on. Some people are just natural at this, and some people have to try hard and keep working and building and practicing. So that's kind of where I am with it. And I also wanted to bring up the topic of fake views because I've been kind of thinking about this lately. I feel like some of these apps, and it has been proven in some way that they give you fake views, especially on TikTok. You know, for example, if a teenager opens up a TikTok account and then they have all these views and then they go to school the next day and they show their friends, oh, look how many views I have on this app. I'm TikTok famous. But it's just robots. And it's not like some other company using kind of weird algorithms and AI to give you fake views. It's the actual company, the actual app. TikTok is giving you fake views so that you will come back and use their platform and you'll keep posting and posting and posting because you think all these people are actually paying attention when there's really nobody. So it's just something that is kind of concerning to me when you're trying to use these apps. What's real? What's fake? Because I do feel like something weird might be happening. I cannot say for sure. I'm kind of just using platforms to practice making content, practice doing things, and at some point, if it's kind of really obvious that, okay, there's real people out there and they're really strangers and they're really communicating with me and they're really commenting or they're really DMing and asking questions. I know there are people with real audiences, big and small. I know we can use these kind of free services. I know it's dangerous when things are free because you're usually the product when people are letting you use things for free, like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You're the product. And they're making money off of you while not sharing it with you, which I feel like is a point that a lot of newer social media companies have kind of realized that if maybe they pay their users to use their thing, there could be some give and take, some incentive there for, people to make money while using certain social media apps and not just by donations or whatever. I know some social media companies were kind of using crypto to build up their user base, kind of trading crypto for posting or for time spent on their platform. But it hasn't really caught on 100% yet, so I'm not sure when that wave of social media companies will start to be mainstream, but I feel that it's coming. I feel like you could possibly spend every day online and make money and never leave your house and have your groceries delivered and have every hangout you have to be like some Zoom weird home hangout, which I feel like isn't necessarily healthy. I feel like we need to get out there into the real world and do things also. But the idea of doing whatever you want and having fun and enjoying yourself every single day and making money, I feel like that's the future. We're about to have like a huge renaissance of people just becoming who they are and doing whatever they want and making money. And it's amazing. And some people are experiencing that right now, and some people have been experiencing it for like 20 years. Some people just don't even know it's an option for them yet. But I'm pretty sure we're about to go into a new enlightenment, a new renaissance, a new period of the human existence that is going to be super creative and profitable. The one thing that I've learned definitely from doing whatever I want and working for myself, you really want to make sure with whatever business you're doing that you are replaceable. I spent a lot of time being the only person working when I was a freelance graphic designer and getting clients, and it was just all about me. There was never a moment when I could like shift that work to anyone else, because it just never happened. And I really wasn't like so passionate that I wanted to have a graphic design firm with a bunch of employees or people. Getting the graphic design jobs and laying out books and laying out albums and CD artwork, I did it because if I had to make money, that was like a fun option in my mind. So that was something that I did, but it wasn't like I wanted to be the best graphic designer in the whole world. I didn't have a passion for it on that level, but I did have a passion for making products. So when I stopped doing client work, I feel like that's when I really started taking things to a real next level, and making sure you're replaceable is really important. Making something that you could sell 100,000 items of or sell 100,000 times with only doing the work once, if that is possible. I feel like that is the goal. It doesn't mean maybe that there isn't work that needs to happen, like maybe distribution needs to happen, maybe shipping needs to happen, but it shouldn't be you necessarily as a single person doing all of that. You might do it for a bit of the time, like you might make the thing and ship the thing and take all the orders yourself, or go to flea markets and farmers markets and sell the thing that yourself, but I think the goal is to make sure you're always replaceable, and your job is to scale the business, not necessarily to do the work. So that's just like an idea overall. It doesn't apply to 100% of the people 100% of the time. As a goal, make sure you're replaceable, make sure your thing's repeatable without you personally doing the work, and make sure you're having fun and you love what you make. Obviously, we all want to make something that someone else wants to brag about and a lot of people want to buy, but sometimes you've got to make some duds before you get to that thing, and the work and the keep trying and keep building is a part of it. But that was just kind of on my mind today. The apps with the fake views, is it happening? Let me know. Let me know what you think about that. And to stop marketing and start conversations, start getting the communication with your own personality, working out how best that works for you. And it's coming, y'all. We can all have our own businesses doing whatever we want, never leaving the house if you never want to, and you just build a unique thing yourself. That's the show for today, and I'll see you later.